Jimmy, what position did you play in?
But you want the terminology now? What they play now? Then number 10, inside left.
Inside left.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, I played number 6, wing half.
With referees, were they too lenient when allowing physical contact in your playing days? And do they award fouls too easily today?
In our day, you just got on with it. If you get tackled heavily, you just got up and got on with it. Yeah. Today, it wouldn't be allowed. The game now is almost non-contact. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. But in our day, it was all systems go. You know, you used to get, as a forward, you used to get hammered left, right, and centre by people like defenders. But that's the way it was. You know, it's difficult to understand being in the thing now as to what it was 50 years ago. It's very difficult, much difficult. I mean, that's a perspective as a forward. As a defender, it's up to him to say what he's told.
There was no yellow or red cards in those days. They used to take your name by just writing your name down, or sending off. They'd send you off. It wasn't. But there was very, very few sending offs, and there wasn't very many bookings. You really had to do something dreadful to get booked, and even more to get sent off. So I think
quite violent, wasn't it?
It was much better in those.
Could you have a laugh and a joke with the referees, or was it a deadly serious business?
I never spoke to them, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think they're much more lenient then than they are now, I think.
I captained a few teams, and I think there was much more approachable, I would think, then, and
yeah, probably right, yeah.
Than what they are now, I don't know, you know.
And with the pitches, what were they like during the winter into the spring compared to today? Were they muddy, heavy, swamp-like, bare of grass?
Well, looking out on that pitch now, I know it's a closed season, etc. It's wonderful, and probably at the end of the season, it's not much different, I would have thought. But when we played at Hendon, it was like ankle deep in mud for much of the time. Most of the pitches in North London, in particular, I thought were very muddy, very bare. Towards the end of the season, all you got was a triangular shape of grass in each corner. The rest was completely bare. And if you were lucky, they'd rolled it flat. Other than that, it was pretty horrendous.
Having said that, Enfield was
a good pitch.
Was a good pitch, and I think it used to wear well, didn't it? Over the course of a season, Enfield was one of the better
surfaces. Yeah.
Barnet and Hendon were terrible.
Would players feign injury to get a player booked or sent off, or is it more a case of not showing your opponent you've been hurt?
If you're a forward and someone clapped you one, and you had to just grin and bear it, because most of the time the referee wouldn't see it, you know, and especially if the ball was down one end and the situation took place at the other end, you know. So yeah, you just got up and got on with it. No one really complained.
That's definitely true. I mean, people were very, you know, they didn't want to go down and show the opposition that they were hurt, and there was less of it. There was no rolling around the floor, and
none of that, no.
You know.
With diving, was there any of that?
Not really, no. Probably, if someone tried it on, I suppose they did occasionally. They got a bit of abuse from the defenders saying, "Get up here, you know, get up and get on with the game."
How did you celebrate goals? Was it a handshake, slap on the back, or hugs and kisses?
No, certainly not hugs and kisses.
No,
hugs and kisses, no. Handshakes and whatever, you know, normal slap on the back, etc., and come back. But
that's true. Yeah. Just handshake normally. Just a handshake. Yeah.
And if you scored against a former club, did you celebrate the goal more, less, or the same as for any other club?
Just the same, really. Nothing sort of outrageous, because it was different. You know, you couldn't berate the crowd, etc. You just get on with it. You were there to score goals. You score goals. That's it. Go back to the centre line and start again. Just get on with it. That's what you're there for. Score goals. I was there to score goals. He was there to stop them.
And with training, how often did you train? And was it mainly fitness or specific skills training?
So we trained at the beginning of the season. It was 3 times: Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday mornings. Sunday mornings as well sometimes. Beginning of the season, off season for fitness levels, and then during the season, as I say, we mostly played on the Tuesday night and trained on the Thursday. And really, the number of games you've played, that made you fit anyway. But the ball skills, we just relay 5-a-side mostly, really, because a lot of the people here and when we were at Hendon were very skillful anyway. But you know, the game is different now. It's much more physical, much quicker, etc. We had a little bit more time to do what we wanted to do.
We all used to train together. It was.
And we played together for how long? How many years together here and quite a number of years. So
Yeah.
it was all the same, wasn't it?
Do you think the standard of non-league football is higher or lower than in your playing days?
Well, I think overall it must be. I don't know how you could define standard.
I would think the skill levels is much lower,
Yeah.
but probably the fitness
is
and
much higher.
strength, they seem much bigger and stronger these days. I don't know.
And what do you think of modern football in general?
I still enjoy it.
Probably,
I go. I watch a lot of it on television, and so I still enjoy watching it. I still think it's the best sport around.
I don't watch it that much. Might watch 10 or 15 minutes. But I get annoyed with the histrionics of the players that they roll around and fall about, and that's what it turns me off, and I turn the television off then. But I mean, I appreciate that they're really good players most of the time, but they do tend to roll around a bit.